So, the Falcom community has been pretty hyped about the Horizon announcement recently, eh? This video will have a bit about that, but we'll go a little beyond if you know what I mean. In the past, on a former video of mine, I mentioned that Falcom could potentially be entering a Platinum Age in the near future. If you're not a fan of the words peak fiction, goat, raw, fire, then stay away from Falcom. Because Falcom could potentially be entering a Platinum Age in the near future. In another former video of mine, I brought up the Platinum Age thing again, but I was really drunk when I recorded that video, especially near the end. So it's time to do this again, but properly. The Platinum Age is beginning now for Falcom. Trails Beyond the Horizon is one of the best games in the series. It getting a release in English this soon is awesome for the community, and I have no doubt it will be a game that, because of the praise it gets, will excite newcomers to start the series. The story, the music, and the gameplay are just simply incredible. Falcom went above and beyond for Horizon. As someone who started playing Falcom games in 2013 with Ys Origin, it has been incredible watching and experiencing their growth up to this point. But that's not all on the Trails front. We are also getting that Sky remake this year. This remake is going to be massive, a proper entry point to the series that isn't outdated and is on modern consoles for perfect accessibility to all. Horizon and Sky First are going to have rippling effects on each other. After these two games are released, it's going to be the era of many newcomers to the series. The multiple English publishers might suffer a bit from this, but Falcom as a whole, and also the community, are going to benefit greatly from this. And that's just for the Trails side of things. Falcom are cooking for their other properties as well. Right now, a big chunk of the Western community are Trails-only Falcom fans, but that's going to change soon. Well, I said soon, but that's already been starting to pan out, especially for the Ys series. Ys 10 was pretty huge for that. It was an excellent game, and a very nice fresh coat of paint for the series. And it's going to be getting an upgraded version soon, with Ys 10 Proud Nordics as its name. Despite the complaints I have about this, I know it's going to be a big deal for the Ys series. But that's not all. Somewhat recently, Ys got a remaster of Oath and Felghana, which is an absolute fan favorite for many. Having this game on modern consoles was definitely a great idea. And these remasters, which have memoir in front of the titles, are going to continue, with Memories of Celceta being next in line. These remasters are a great way to make Ys a lot more accessible to newcomers. I can only see the series continuing to grow like crazy at this point and in the future. Oh yeah, if you want more information about Ys, watch this video I made. And believe it or not, that's not all Falcom are cooking. Next up to talk about is Tokyo Xanadu. It was a game Falcom originally released in 2015. It's certainly rough around the edges in some areas, but it was a pretty decent game with a lot of neat ideas. The keywords there were originally released in 2015. With all of the evolving Falcom has done in recent years, especially with the gameplay side of things, I think the sequel, which is coming out next year in Japan, is probably going to be an incredible game. And if they evolve the game correctly with all the unique ideas they had in the original, I could very easily see it attracting a whole new audience to the Falcom sphere. Potentially people into fighting games or beat-em-ups, wanting something similar but a little different. No doubt it's going to be an incredible game, but Tokyo Xanadu is nowhere near the popularity of Ys or Trails. But I think that might actually be beneficial for that potential new audience that might get introduced to Falcom with this game. You see, the Falcom community can be pretty annoying at times and either scare people away or piss them off. I'm including myself in this, by the way. I'm a part of this problem as well. I think if a new audience for Falcom stealthily grows from Tokyo Xanadu 2, it could be a very nice shakeup for the community, and of course for Falcom as well. More sales after all. And speaking of problems, there's some potential for Falcom to fix one of their recent problems. Now before going into this section, I know it's probably going to be controversial. I will say this clearly before going into that next section. I don't rejoice when someone dies, even if I don't like that person. I'm not someone to dance on graves. Keep that in mind. So ever since 2019, Falcom have been relying more and more on outsourcing for their music tracks. Why all the outsourcing, you may ask? Well, to sum it up, Falcom have really struggled to hire new composers for the past decade or so. The main reason for this struggle was one man by the name of Masayuki Kato. He did a lot of damage to Falcom's reputation in the music industry. It's been a few months now since his death. With his passing, the odds of Falcom being able to make things right with the music industry have gone up. If Falcom are able to achieve this, which I think they can, they will be able to hire new internal composers on the regular again. And Falcom are going to need those new composers, especially with their release schedule plan of 2 games a year. You can call me an optimistic fool, but I think the return of Falcom music glory is on the horizon. Or they might ignore the problem and double down on the outsourcing. But I have faith. So, with all the recent and future developments with the Trails series, the E series, Tokyo Xanadu, and the potential return of the Falcom music glory, Falcom are at the doorstep of their platinum age. The masses will soon know their name. Things are about to go crazy here. Get ready for it. Anyways, if you enjoyed this, check out my other videos. But that's not all. I also stream pretty regularly. So if you don't mind a little memery and some dirty language and you see me live, don't be shy. Come on down and say hi. Feel free to say more than that, whether it's positive or negative. There's something special about the interactivity on a live stream with the chat. The classic is in order. If you've made it this far, thanks for watching. I'll see you around. Have a good one. Peace.